the 10 most terrifying underwater discoveries in the world. Adventure versus dying to shoot horrifying images. The first archaeologist was horrified on the spot. In our world of wonders, the depths of the water are often hid. The unearthed secret, from ancient megalithic earthquakes to the mysterious alien statue, every accidental depletion of river waters may uncover the surprising secrets of dusty history. Follow the world's most transparent today. Let's take a look. The 10 most terrifying underwater discoveries in the world. 10th place, Himalayan Ancient Lake. In the secrets of the Himalayas, hidden a shocking mystery. This place is not only spectacular, it also contains a piece of hair. Horrifying historical secrets. It was said that one day in 1942, a forest ranger is routinely patrolling the foothills of the Himalayas. Passing through a no-man's land, he suddenly saw a scene that I will never forget for the rest of my life. The lake is crystal clear, but there are hundreds of bones floating quietly. Some even have their limbs intact. It feels like a war that has never ended, or the remains of some kind of sacrifice. This lake was originally called Lupko, up to 5 kilometers above sea level, surrounded by vast snow-capped mountains and thin air. It was originally just an ordinary alpine lake. Because of this sudden discovery, it was given a new name, the Ancient Lake. The existence of the human bone lake. It soon arose, of great interest to scientists and historians. Due to the political war at that time, researchers speculate that these bones, likely to be the remains of war dead. However, scientists have dated the corpse. DNA testing and forensic anthropology analysis. I found these bones exists for at least 1,000 years, and local residents have long been aware of the existence of this lake. And the most fascinating thing is, these bones are not just old, and also from many different ethnic groups, including South Asians, East Asia, even peoples from as far away as the European Mediterranean. This diverse ethnic composition makes one wonder, Ringu Lake, was it ancient? An important node on the business road. Or maybe it's a special gathering place. However, around who did not find any evidence of ancient commercial activity. There are no cultural relics left. This makes the business record hypothesis difficult to hold. And it turned out that the location of this person's ancient lake is a bit special. Not far from it is the famous Nanda Devi Peak. It is also the second highest mountain in India. In the local religious culture, Nanda Devi is considered a sacred Mount High. Every 12 years, there will be a massive pilgrimage, and Ringu Lake is right on the pilgrimage route. Therefore, these white bones, most likely believers, on the way to Sen Nanda Devi. Accidents due to extreme weather or dangerous terrain, finally rolled or carried naturally, gathered in such a low terrain as Ringu Lake. The depression is currently, although no new findings disprove this theory, but we need more evidence. Let's examine this idea. Although many of his mysteries remain unanswered, Lake Tanan Valley, it has undoubtedly become a connection to the past, a mysterious bridge to the present. The expanding Dokdo Islands. Somewhere on Earth, the size of a small island, it's expanding from 200 square kilometers, the one that increases to 2,300 square kilometers, and it's all just because the water level of the Aral Sea is falling sharply. But usually, most people think getting more land is a good thing, but I didn't expect. The island is called Vozrozhnia. Would be a fatal accident. People now even think that he could be scarier than Chernobyl. Vozrozhnia Island is located in the Aral Sea in Central Asia. After the area expanded rapidly, he became a giant no-man's land. In the 1970s, a group of Soviet scientists climbed onto this mysterious uninhabited island. They soon discovered eerie smoke fills the island. Subsequently, a young female scientist began to cough violently. shortly after he was diagnosed with smallpox. This discovery slowly uncovered the terrifying secrets hidden on the island of Vozrozhnia by aerial photography, and it turns out that this island doesn't just have docks, rifle shooting airport. There are also facilities such as research buildings and open-air proving grounds. The original 1948, the Soviet Union once established a top-secret biological weapons laboratory. Here they are massive weapons of appearance sublimatio. This includes Pseudomonas carbonicum, smallpox virus, deadly bacteria like Yersinia. These biological weapons, no ordinary thing. Their lethality is amazing. Scientists have estimated that if you want to cause a square kilometer, 50% mortality rate, biological weapons cost $1, and chemical weapons cost $600. Nuclear weapons cost $800. Conventional weapons cost $2,000. The cost-effectiveness of biological weapons make the Soviet Union. A lot of tests were done on this small island. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, staff on the island of Vozrozhnia escape in a hurry, leaving behind a large amount of untreated sublimation weapons. This island has become a terrifying ghost island. Although in 2002, the United States has dispatched a team of engineers. It cost $5 million, cleaning up the island of reconnaissance troops and other biological weapons. But the danger on the island remains. As the Earth's climate warms, the water level in the Aral Sea continues to decline. Vozrozhnia is still growing in size. No one can guarantee these living weapons. It won't erupt again one day, bringing unimaginable disasters to humanity. On this expanding land, hidden secrets and threats make people stand still. I hope we can learn from this. Cherish peace. Stay away from the threat of war and biological weapons. The secret of the Saint Martin Canal. In the romantic capital of Paris, silently flows a canal called Saint Martin's. The canal is 4.8 kilometers in length. It was completed by order of Napoleon in 1825. It is designed to serve the expanding French capital, provide clean drinking water. But even though the original intention of the canal was pure, as the years go by, Saint Martin Canal, it turned into a city full of people, a treasure trove of waste. It is said that every 10 to 15 years, city of Paris will empty the canal, nearly 90,000 cubic meters of river water, a complete dredging of the canal. During the 2001 cleanup, workers from the depths of silence, and they got 2 World War I shells, gold coins and washing machines and cars that somehow sank to the bottom, along with 40 tons of other debris. And here's what's even weirder. During a previous dredging, 56 cars were actually fished out. How do these cars get underwater? It's an enigma. In 2016, when the St. Martin Canal bottomed out a guy, it's almost a pavilion of urban life. Bicycle wine, beer bottle shopping cart, motorcycles and chairs, even rolled-up carpets and suitcases. They have everything here. There are traces of history in these objects, like those old radios and fire extinguishers. There's even a gun. Out of the living things, people also found that there's a lot of tarrant fish in this canal, carp and flying fish. Every time, the workers all need to be before the river is completely drained. Put these fish, transfer to other unaffected rice. It is said that these fish together weigh 4.5 tons. Some people say every cleanup is not just about removing garbage. It is a retrospective of urban memory. Every salvaged item, they all tell a story of the city of Paris. These treasures are not necessarily gold, but they are witnesses to history. It is part of the city's culture. It's just that I really can't help but ask, there's so much mess in the river. Is it really normal? The legend of Mormon Island. Mormon Island. It's a town that was once born of gold. It's a legendary story, like from an epic of the American West, a chapter that emerged. The history of this small town began An accidental discovery in 1848. Magic Gate Army. It is the only religious unit in the history of the United States Army. 3 members of the regiment at that time, while stationed at Fort Sutter, decided to go out. I didn't expect to be on the way. Accidentally discovered a gold mine. As soon as the news broke, lots of Mormons and miners flock here. Mormon Island came into being. The town grew rapidly, became the center of a population boom during the gold rush. By 1853, the population of Mormon Island has exceeded 2,500. There are even 4 hotels on the island, 3 dry goods stores, 5 general merchandise stores, a courier company. There are also many small shops, but it didn't last. In 1856, a fire almost destroyed the entire tow. With the end of the California gold rush, the community is also in decline. Finally, it was completely abandoned in the 1940s. Its abandonment. Finally, the implementation of the Infratham Dam project, and submerged underwater. After that, the only remnant of Mormon Island. Only 1 cemetery remains after relocation, documenting the past of this once bustling area. However, in recent years due to drought, the water level of Lake Vultham, breaking through all-time lows again and again. And every time the water level drops, parts of the ruins of Mormon Island will resurface, become a treasured destination for historical explorers. Right there, visitors can see the remaining building foundation bricks, broken knotty and rusty nails. These were all part of Mormon Island. This place is more than just a flooded ghost tow. It is also a symbol of faith and perseverance. Once upon a time, there was a group of people on this land. Due to the dual attraction of faith and gold, together they embarked on a legendary journey. The lost city of Bluffto, in the heart of Texas, between rolling hills and lush green trees, hidden a submerged secret. Lost city of Bluffto. History of Bluffto, dating back to the mid-19th century. Due to the ideal location of the tow, not only is it adjacent to the Colorado River and its tributaries, it is also close to several important river crossings and land. Nearby extension business. It led to massive population movements. Bluffto gradually become connected, the commercial center of the 2 major towns of Llano and Burnett. As the land becomes fertile, well-resourced news gets out. More settlers flocked to Bluffto. By 1883, a school building and a community center have also been built here. Hickory orchards are flourishing. Harvest in the field. This is also a hotel in tow. Bars and blacksmiths brought a thriving business. However, during the New Deal of the early 1930s, and that changed everything. Construction of the Buchanan Dam. As the Colorado River Conservancy, power generation and irrigation schemes. Imperative. In 1937, with the construction of the Water Conservancy Project, reservoir level keeps rising. Forced into Bluffton's doorstep, the residents reluctantly moved to higher ground. They built the new Bluffton. However, old Bluffto, it sank into the waters of Lake Buchanan. It's a lost land. The time has come to 2011. Texas, the worst drought in history. As the lake recedes, the ruins of Bluffton are gradually emerging, except for a 2-story hotel, ancient tool painter based on prehistoric skulls. People even discovered a small purpose. Bluffton's reappearance. It aroused people's interest in the town's history, new interests in living with former residents, descendants of the original settlers. They shared their childhood stories in Bluffto, a vivid depiction of a close-knit community, where life is simple and the spirit of friendship prevails. However, these historical windows are not always open. With the cyclical change of water level, Bluffton comes and goes, as if to remind us, the complex interweaving of natural and human history. Every time the lake fades, there is a chance to owe the past, but then the water will rise again, to bury the evidence again. Although this small tow has now disappeared beneath the surface of the water, but his story and his spirit, still in people's hearts, become a part of Texas history, waiting for the coming drought, discovered and told a guy. The fifth place is Spain's Ghost Village. Except for Bluffton, which has just been introduced. In the region of Galicia in northwestern Spain, there is also a ghost village that has been forgotten by time, a Cedo village. Similar to Bluffton's story, construction of the Altorindo Reservoir make this ancient village. It was completely submerged by floods in 1992. Half of the completed reservoir is in Portugal. Half are in Spain. Isn't it spectacular? Later, due to the drought, reservoir water storage reduced to 15%. Villages that used to sleep underwater at this time, with a ghostly vibe of apocalyptic recovery, re-emerge from the water. A guy from the sky through a drone. People can see it clearly. The layout of the entire village. You can see those walls that have been eroded by time, collapsed roofs and weathered rocks. The old tombstone is vaguely variable, telling the stories of past community members. The foundation of an old hotel. There are still echoes of the last century. Crate containing empty beer bottles, stacked next to the cafe. A half-ruined old car was parked by the stone wall. The fountain in the center of the village is rusty, but still dripping. It seems to tell the story of life in the village. However, Arcedo's reappearance. It's not just a historical exhibition. He is also a writer on climate change and modern warnings about sustainability. Ministry of Environment data display. In recent years, Spain's reservoir capacity has reached 44%. This is well below the average of about 61% over the past 10 years. Water resources management and environmental protection are transboundary. Significant objects across time. Arcedo's fate is both a look back on the past. It is also a meeting of possible challenges in the future. The 400-year-old ancient bridge that sleeps at the bottom of the lake, sleeping underwater except for the village. Maybe an old bridge. Poyang Lake in southeastern China. An ancient Ming Dynasty bridge that has been sleeping for nearly 400 years. During the recent extreme drought, mysterious re-emergence. This ancient building called the Thousand Eyes Bridge. Not just a marvel of engineering. It is a living fossil of history. Poyang Lake is a barrier to the Yangtze River Bassi. Its area. It changes with the seasons and the water level. Up to 4,258 square kilometers. Just over 1,000 square kilometers at the earliest. And the Thousand Eyes Bridge across Poyang Lake. It was 1631 during the Ming Dynasty. An official who loves the people. The construction was initiated to facilitate the travel of the people. Canyon Bridge is 2,930 meters long. It used to be the longest stone bridge in the lake in China. He witnessed the rise and fall of the Ming Dynasty. I have also witnessed countless. The changing lives of the people. The Thousand Eyes Bridge is mainly made of granite. Each pier is made of about 10 pines. The bridge deck is about 1.2 meters wide. And the amazing thing is, there are actually more than 1,100 bridge holes on the bridge. It is because of this technique of 1,000 holes that it is named the Thousand Eye Bridge. These bridge holes can reduce the weight of the bridge on the one hand. On the other hand, to increase the stability of the bridge, so that the bridge can adapt to the fluctuation of the lake water. This design takes into account the practicality of the bridge and the aesthetics of the bridge. However, as time goes by, the bridge was flooded by the lake, then slowly from people's memory, disappears slowly. Until recent years, Poyang Lake due to successive droughts, causing a sharp drop in water levels, the present eye bridge is once again revealing its ancient appearance. The mud and water plants on the bottom of the lake slowly faded away, revealing those vicissitudes of life. Still sturdy stone piers and arches. The reappearance of this bridge. Not only do archaeologists and historians are excited, it has also become a new favorite of tourists. People stand on the bridge, As if I could hear those. The sound of horses' hooves through time, and the hustle and bustle of pedestrians. But at the same time, the continuous decline in the water level of Poing Lake. It's attracted a lot of attention. According to statistics, in September 2023, the water level in Poing Lake drops to 11.99 meters. This is the lowest water level since records began in 1951. In addition to admiring the ancient bridge, perhaps people should also pay more attention to climate change and water resources management, among other pressing issues. The third mysterious guardian of an Indian village. In the outer suburbs of India, under a dry lake bed in an ancient village, hidden are two colossal stone statues. These stone statues, it seems to be a mysterious guardian forgotten by time. Before launching the introductio, let's learn more about it first. Nandi is the mount of the lion god. It is usually depicted as a stately bull. It symbolizes strength and loyalty. Clan in India, it has a high status in the teaching culture. So, the discovery of these stone statues, it not only shocked the local villagers, it was of great interest to archaeologists. It is said that all along, the two statues were raised as the water level fell. The head will be exposed to the water. Such a unique fenomeno, it has become a legend in the village. However, on that dry summer of 2019, the lake is completely dry. The locals, therefore, we also got the opportunity to explore in depth. After 3 or 4 days of excavation work, people found out these are two massive statues standing facing each other. There is a 2.5 meter gap between the two statues. The big one is 4.5 meters high. The small one is also 3 meters. They are carved from a single piece of stone. The style can be traced back to the 16th or 17th century. The statue is not fully carved, but enough to reveal its original grandeur. Over the years, these huge statues are at the bottom of the lake, quietly guarding the village, waiting for the moment to see the light of day again. There are rumors that, under these statues, there may also be an ancient temple site hidden away. However, some people believe that these statues, it was carved for transportation to other places. It was left here for some reason. No matter what the truth is, these invincible statues has become a local legend. It has attracted countless curious people and history buffs come to explore. The second place is the group of ancient tombs under the Faraday River Reservoir. In 2022, the Avorist River region in eastern Syria encountered a rare drought. As the water level of the dam lake decreases, it revealed a long-hidden secret. A group of ancient tombs sleeping at the bottom of a lake. The local residents were taken aback by this sudden discovery. I felt both astonishment and awe. They gathered by the lake, looking out at the gradually emerging stone tablets and tombs. I feel a connection with my ancestors across time. Pretty soon, and the news went viral. The archaeological team moved quickly. They were digging, hopefully before the water level rises again. Unlock the historical code of this mysterious land. Every relic unearthed, it's a glimpse into a past civilization, from fine pottery to exquisitely carved ornaments. Everything has a thick historical dust. The scale of the site found this time is amazing. It spans the Inducement, a vast area on the eastern shore of Lodi and Dam Lakes, and Time Ka, all the way back to Raqqa, Byzantine civilization period. Archaeologists can analyze the bones, a detailed examination of the remains, study the physical characteristics of these ancient inhabitants, health conditions, and even diet. Once forgotten by time, stories of ordinary people, now passing through to them in peace. A careful study of the land, and resurrected. When excited archaeologists, just about to add cards, when I came here to investigate. The long-term political instability and conflict in Syria make this archaeological excavation complex and dangerous. Every excavation could touch sensitive geopolitical nerves. The archaeological team must reveal the history at the same time, carefully maneuver with various forces. Despite this, these groups of ancient tombs that inspired the Lodi River still attracts attention from all over the world. They are not just repositories of cultural heritage, it's more about human history and living teaching materials for the evolution of civilization. Cover moment. From this photo we can see, with the sharp drop in the water level of the Evoke River, the head of an ancient statue, slowly emerging on the river bed. This massive head sculpture, it's covered with delicate ancient carvings. It's like waking up from deep years. Word spread quickly, from local communities to distant cities. From ordinary citizens to professional archaeologists, this magnificent. The sight shocked every eyewitness. Some people speculate, this sculpture, it could be the embodiment of some ancient wonder. Perhaps they have a particular culture or religious significance. Some people think he may be a symbol of ancient kings, possessing lost wisdom and power. This could be a discovery that redefines history. What do you think of this mysterious face? What unknown stories will he reveal? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Number 1. Stonehenge in Spain. In a peaceful land in southern Spain, the mysterious earth has once again revealed to people his hidden secret. 2020 has a special summer. Spain. Not only did it experience the hottest summer on record, many areas continue to see high temperatures over 40 degrees Celsius, and it was accompanied by drought. But in this context, in a near-forgotten corner of the province of Vilnius, archaeologists have discovered a surprising boulder toe through research found, and this is Dolmen. As early as 1926, German archaeologist U. Obermeier, I have already discovered this megalithic toe. Only later in 1963, a local reservoir was built to hold water in this place, just flooded this boulder toe. The recent drought let the water level of the reservoir drop to 28% of its capacity. This allowed the town to be exposed to Guy. According to expert research, the history of this megalithic toe, dating back to the 6th century BC, or the second half of the 5th century, the entire site is made up of up to 500 boulders. Each stone is 1 to 3 meters high. They make a profit, complex and orderly arrangement, as if the ancients were for some mysterious ritual, well designed. The discovery of these stones not only shocked the archaeological community, also let us, the capabilities and culture of ancient Europeans, have a new understanding. However, it is worth mentioning that Europe today, we are experiencing the worst drought in 500 years. Many lakes, the water levels in the reservoirs and rivers continue to drop. At present, not only has Jushi town appeared in the reservoir, some dry river bottoms, there is also the so-called hunger time, not dissimilar to the situation in Boulder. Above these hungry foods, there are also some inscriptions warning humanity. Cry if you see me, and now these hunger meats are back. Does it mean Europe or the Earth is facing some serious problems? Alright, the above is the entire content of this video. I don't know, today's introduction to 10 amazing underwater discoveries. Which one impresses you the most? Welcome to let us know in the comment area. If you like this video, welcome to like and subscribe, as well as share it with your friends. Thank you for watching. See you next time.